who was the man who was put in prison.
Yeah.
You knew him in jail.
When I was in prison, we were almost 7,000 people. So I met many of them in prison. I became friend of them. The Fayzullah was one of them. He was so honest, so strong. But you see him after revolution, how he became weak. And somehow he begging, support. And
asking your favor for his two sons.
It is again metaphor for Iranian society, what happened after revolution, how we could deal with justice and how we are weak in that part.
So I'm sure there will be questions from our audience. So anyone who has questions or want to share his or her views, please raise your hand and there will be a microphone delivered to you. Questions? Back there.
And you just have mentioned Airbus have made a movie about you and pretend you close up. And you show up in the end of the film. And I was first time know you in that film. So what do you think about that film? And when Airbus want you to show up in that film, how do you think about that? You think that funny or what?
Okay, actually, when I became famous, I didn't publish my image in newspaper because I wanted to be free in the society to find the subject. And then happened for me few funny things and some of them sad. For example, once a hotel guy from the north of Iran called me, and why you didn't give money, you were in our hotel. I told, where? In that city. I have never been in that city. He told me, no, once you came to my hotel, few days, and you slept there with your family, and then you had food, and you told, I hope don't have money, I will send you. I thought I have never been in this city. I understood that the people know my name, but they don't know my face. That's why some thief can go in a state of my name or to do something. So I published my face. Then after publishing my face, this guy in Kelozov, his nose was like my nose. So he had a book in his hand, and one lady who was interested to my work, think that he is me. So he cheated. It was like this. I understood by phone call from my friend that was telling me that one old lady came to my shop. He knows that I'm friend of you. She's telling that my son is being arrested because of you. I told who? I talked with the mother. Mother told happened this. And then I understood the story of Kelazan. And then later I met Mr. Kiarostami, and when he heard, he was shocked. And he told, I want to make this film immediately. From that moment, he started to make that film. And I like that film because the film is very meaningful for not only for lover of cinema. It is sort of like bicycle thief by the seagull. You show how poverty could affect you, how desire could disappear if you don't have chance, and also other layer, political layer, social layer are behind this. I love that film, and I think this film of Mr. Kiarostami is most famous one around the world. All the University of Cinema teach this film.
the film was shown in Hong Kong many times. So, second question. Sorry, the audience always actually wonder the you in front of the camera, the director in the movie. How much is the real you, and how much you are just acting?
How much you think I am that person?
The director as dictator.
You know, yes, director is dictator, but I'm not that much as that person, because I want to show the character of the dictator. That's why at the end I inform those girls, don't be like me. But I show how small table can give you opportunity to become dictator immediately. That's why reaching to democracy needs two things, morality and culture. Without culture and morality, if you change any government, the revolutionary become dictator. Look at Cuba. Okay, Fidel Castro is another dictator. He was fighting with Batista, the previous dictator, but he became dictator. Look at the communism in Russia, Stalin after Tsar. Okay, what was their character? So it is metaphor. It's good every one of us know that what would happen to us if we have a little power. Ask yourself, if you were president of one country, what was your behavior? How much you believe to democracy from your heart? How much you respect others' perspective? When we look at Trump, for example, I don't see any respect in his mind for others. Not only Trump, look at Turkey, for example. The Erdogan arresting all journalists or artists for simple things. They were arresting one Iranian who wrote a small essay about Turkey. When they passed from Turkey airport, they arrested him. Why you wrote this? Put him in the prison. But he was telling about democracy before he reached to power. He used democracy like train to reach to a station of power, then he get out from the democratic train. He's in the station of the dictatorship now. This film is a metaphoric film, and the symbol clearly is talking about power and people. You could imagine, for example, 5,000 people that attack, it is symbol of Iranian revolution. You could imagine me, I am the Khomeini. And you could imagine those two are new people of power. How, they deal with power. But if you are not Iranian, you could make it easily. Table is power. In front of power, there are the society. Even here, if you go to some office, there is a table. You don't know who is behind the table. But immediately you accept their rule. Because someone is sitting behind the table, has power to tell you, please have a seat there, wait for a moment, no, we don't accept this, we don't agree with this, do that, if you want this, you should do that. It is the role of power. Family, parents has power for their children. That's why we destroyed our children by our power. We teach them in a way that we want, we educate them in a way that we want, to convince ourselves.
Back to the scene when the two girls sit up on this side of the desk, acting as a director. But on the other hand, we know that who can understand why they act like you in the film.
Yeah, because we repeat, we have model of the previous power. We don't have enough education to know how we could deal with power. So we copy each other.
But that may also be due to they don't know another way of to be a director. You see, that's an ignorance of what film is like, what film directors should do. So immediately copy what you do.
Yeah. This is the thing that happened after many revolutions. Immediately, revolutionaries copy the behavior of the previous dictator. That's why there is a question about doing suddenly revolution in one country is a solution or is another problem. Look at to the Syria, for example. They started by revolution, by movement, by good idea. What happened at the end? Half of the nation destroyed. Half of the nation left country. 500,000 were being killed. Everyone attacked to everyone. And you don't know who are the fighters. So what is behind that? Yes, politics from around the world arrive on that area, but at the same time, lack of culture about freedom and democracy.
There should be another question.
There is a lady over there. Yes.
And it's very interesting that at the beginning of the movie, it starts with a guy, a young man, pretends to be blind. At first I thought that he's blind, he's really blind, but in that he just pretends to be blind. It's the beginning of the movie. And at the end of the movie, you have two young women. At first, they challenge you. They say that, I don't want to cry. And they talk the most. One of the young ladies has talked the most throughout the whole movie. And when they are given the power to be the directors, they are cruel like you. So my question is that, as you mentioned that it's a metaphor, the whole movie is a metaphor. So when this movie starts with a young man pretending to be blind, and for the ending of the movie, that when young people were given the power, they also abuse the power because they don't know what to do when they're given the power. So are you being pessimistic that there won't be the changes in the society would not be the very possible indeed when you have such beginning and you have such ending? Because especially when the young women are not realized until you told them, until you tell them that you're also abusing the power like me when you're given the position there.
Actually, I am optimistic and pessimistic at the same time. I am optimistic for long future and pessimistic for short period of time. Even during few past years, I am more pessimistic by the thing that you observe in the world. But in this film, let's talk about human being and his character. We are not white or black, we are gray. And we have different conflict in our side. We have Democrat part, we have dictator part, we have optimistic part, we have pessimistic part. We have knowledge at the same time, we are ignorance for something. So I try to show different angle of human being and also try to find metaphor for the human being and his existence. For example, those girls are strong or weak. At the beginning they are strong, they are challenging, they are not accepting. And at the end you will see when they get in power how much they are fragile. In this term, they are ignorance. They need experience. And then again, when they are other side, you see they lost their hope. Not because of the situation, because now they know themselves. I believe that if Che Guevara was alive, or if Fidel Castro was young again, but they had this experience of Cuba, if you were asking them, what are you going to built after dictatorship. They were not telling us we want to make this Cuba, because it is not good Cuba. It's not the dream that they had, but it is their experience. It's not only related to politics, it's related to the brain of people, the way that we look at each other. You know, we know somehow a part of ourselves, but we don't know all part of ourselves because we didn't have enough experience. Because in experience we know ourselves. And then, for example, when you are under torture, you know how much you are strong. Without that, you think that you could stay under torture forever. But you feel your weakness, how much would be. And you need experience. You need knowledge of others people's experience. Cinema is good tools to let us understand each other, to put light on dark side of human beings' behavior and soul. So we are in process. I'm optimistic, yes, because we are in process. I'm pessimistic, yes, because nowadays, you know, we lost many